Are there studies analysing the total system accounting during the period of transition from conventional methods to permaculture methods, as shown in the 1.5 animation? I've seen the white paper from Rodale on their regeneration model compared to traditional farming, but that presents more of a before and after, not a presentation of transition. Well, I think there's a lot of studies that still need to be done, and there always will be. The studies will never finish. This is an endless journey. Welcome to infinity. And once you get comfortable with that, you've hit another stage in your permaculture career. So it's great to become comfortable with infinity and eternity, really, because it's an eternal journey. It's an infinite journey. You're always learning. You're always refining. Now, when you want to study your transition, you'd have to pick a specific system. Now, which one? Are you talking about a large cattle farm that transitions to something that's more sustainable? Are you talking about 1 square metre of balcony garden? Or are you talking about 500 square metres of, aquaculture pond? It depends what it is you're actually transitioning. And it would be difficult over time to do large systems because they do take time. If you're talking about a large cattle farm of many thousands or even 1 million acres, a lot of it is going to go into wilderness and forestry. A lot of large systems where we get out there on the rangelands, the rangelands will probably be divided more into forestry and rangelands to be energy efficient and truly a permaculture design. But then the system production has to be usable. So if you're a long way away from the end user, it might never be a fully energy efficient system because you're going to have to transport the product such a long way. So when we start to look at what would the transition of a standard system to a permaculture system look like, first off, we'd have to choose the system and its location. So if we want real efficiency in small space, it's going to be most efficient in urban agriculture because the end user is right there where the product is produced. And then the next most efficient is perimeter urban agriculture, what we call peri-urban. So that's where larger crops and larger tree systems and productive trees can be produced and poultry, small animals and things like that on the outside of a population, village, town, city. On the outside edge, perimeter urban. Now, outside of that, you have rangeland and forestry, and intersecting all of this is land that is only valuable as wilderness because it's steep, it's awkward, it's the edge of rivers or whatever. So you have a wilderness zone simply because possibly it might just be because of the slope. It's over 18 degrees. It should be in some sort of biosphere reserve and wilderness. It's between 12 and 18 degrees, let's say, and it can be some type of forestry of value, and rangeland fits in on those larger systems. And rangeland, the animals, you can walk the animals into town if it's not too far, pretty easy. And the long-term production of forestry, it's a yield over many, many, many years. So it's only a big job every few 50, 100 years, each potential production unit, a tree or part of a tree. So you're thinking about the efficiency of work over distance and time. So you've got to dial into that type of thinking before any of that's even relevant. Because, doing thousands of acres at thousands of kilometers away is never going to be efficient. It can't be. You've got large area production out there at a distance. It's never going to have an energy audit of any value. So we need to be better designers in the way we choose what's worth studying. That's the first point you need to look at.